Hey there, scary story fanatics! Welcome back to another cleaving thought from bone with your host, Sociopathic. Sorry, my little friend and I here are gearing up for another epic Halloween. So, come with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back for you. Whew. Well, tonight, Doughboy 420 has whipped up something truly special, a pit of Halloween terror that Doughboy 420 likes to call the Amalgamate.
Amalgamate. To combine or unite to form one organization or structure. The requirements of the ritual include as follows. A pit or large hole in the surface of the earth. The size does not matter as long as the dimensions are beyond 20 meters in every direction. This will be the mouth of the Amalgamate. A sufficient amount of blood to soak the land around the pit. The precise amount is not given within the writing. It only says that great sacrifice is needed to call it forth. Among the souls given, there must be those of no fewer than 5 who are guilty of the sin of murder. Sin is important. Each sin must be represented in some way by those few souls that are used to ultimately summon the Amalgamate. The Amalgamate derives its name from its ability to take on any form, living or dead, often choosing to take the form of whatever its victim fears, striking terror into their soul before ensnaring them and consuming them. It also gains its name from the sum of its parts. It is given physical form through every life taken to birth it. Thus, it has every memory of every soul it is comprised of, and will use them to gain more, manipulating its victims in any way it can. The Amalgamate can see into the mind of its victim and make their worst nightmare into a physical reality, or gaze upon the thoughts of its faithful to make their dreams come true. It lives in a place beyond time and space, in a void in the in-between, where spirits walk upon a dreamscape, separating it from its victims and worshippers, but yet it can speak within dreams, often driving humans mad with the ambition of giving it physical form so that it may spread its influence across the cosmos. These people are seen as insane, for they have witnessed the secrets of the void, and their minds have broken under the weight of it all. In the void, the Amalgamate has no form. It is the darkness of the void. It is the emptiness. However, when the Amalgamate is given flesh, the pit will become its gaping maw, filled with various teeth and blinking eyes that stretch down asymmetrically into the abyss of its internals. Its great tongue will be the lure to seek its prey, shifting, twisting, taking the form of whatever bait its victim or follower chooses within their minds and within their hearts. It can give any dream, and it can create any nightmare. It only asks for life energy in return. Your life energy. The man with wide eyes calmly said as he explained his intentions to the poor man in front of him, struggling against his restraints and whimpering into the gag in his mouth. He sat in the chair at the edge of a large pit his captor had dug by hand in what appeared to be a backyard. You see, I've killed people. Lots of people. I've killed men. I've killed women. And oh yes, I've also killed children. I've killed innocents. And I've killed killers. They're all buried around here, their blood soaking into the earth as we speak," the wide-eyed man said, brushing his long, greasy black hair away from his face with a knife in his hand. "And that's where you come in. You see, I've got the pit. I've got the blood. I've killed the sinful. I've done everything else. All of that was preparation for this moment. I've picked you to be the food to birth the Amalgamate into the world. The final sacrifice must be fed to the pit, and you are that final sacrifice." The poor man struggled against his bonds in the chair and screamed into the gag as the man with bulging blue eyes put the serrated blade of the knife to his neck and sliced it deep. Blood gushed from the man's open throat before he was kicked backwards into the pit for food. The man closed his bulging eyes and felt the power flow through him as he dropped the knife and opened his arms wide to accept the embrace of what was expected to come. But nothing came. The pit did not become a great gaping maw of the Amalgamate with millions of eyes and teeth stretching down into oblivion. Instead, there was only silence. The man opened his eyes and looked down into the pit, where he saw the dead man bleeding out of his wounded throat, and felt confusion. Why? Were the last words the man spoke before he felt his legs spin out from under him, followed by his body twisting sideways and spiraling into itself, his bones breaking and spaghettifying as he was twisted around within himself. His torso and appendages swiftly spun into shreds that grew smaller inside themselves before a blink and a flash, leaving only the man's torn clothing and shoes behind in the smoking air.
Well, if you find that your fears have not yet swallowed you whole, make sure to drop in tomorrow night for night 2 of this extravaganza. See you then.